The BFG by Wrote Down, Chapter 1. This is the third video. Review. How does Sophie know about the witching hour? Answer? Well, somebody whispered the story to her one day. Question. Where are the dark things during the day, you know, or even that part of the evening where people are awake? Answer? Well, they're hiding. We don't know exactly, right? But probably under your bed. Question. What do the dark things do when everybody's asleep? Answer. Well, they come out from their hiding places. Question. Could Sophie sleep with that moonbeam? Answer. No, she couldn't, because the moonbeam was brighter than ever. Question. What did Sophie decide to do? Answer. She decided to stand up and go there and close the curtain. Question. What happened if they caught you after, caught you out of bed, of course, after lights out? Answer. They punished you. Question. What if you wanted to go to the bathroom? Answer. That's your problem, alright? It doesn't matter. They're going to punish you just the same. Alright, so let's continue. She reached out for her glasses that lay on the chair beside her bed. They had steel rims and very thick lenses, and she could hardly see a thing without them. She put them on. Then she slipped out of bed and tiptoed over to the window. Here we have a lot of things. Let's forget the story a little bit. Let's think about vocabulary. Biology question for you. Let's see if you are a good biology student. Question. How many fingers do you have in all of your body? You know? Answer. If you answered 20, congratulations, you are wrong. And then you're thinking, how is it possible? Yes, we are mutants. No, that's not the point. The point is, you have 10 fingers and 10 toes. You don't have 20 fingers, alright? Okay, so 10 toes and 10 fingers. This is my finger, right? I mean, a lot of fingers. And these are the tips of my finger. Just I have the tip of this pen, and you can have the tip of an iceberg. An iceberg is like this, up to here, and then the tip of an iceberg usually is just the tip that is outside the water, right? Very nice. So think about it. If you walk on the tip of your toes, you are tiptoeing. Because, and this is my question for you, why would a person walk on the tip of their toes? Answer. Because, of course, you don't want to make noise, right? So you just walk on the tip of your toes. Okay, so Sophie wear glasses, right? When you have a glass, you can have, I don't know, 3 important vocabulary here, right? You can have the whole frame. I'm showing you the frame of this glass of mine. You can have the lens. And you can have this part of the frame that we call rim, right? Rim. You can have the rim, for example, of a bottle as well, right? Here's the rim of the bottle. So remember that Sophie's glasses had steel, that metal, right? That metal. steel rims, right? And the lenses were very thick, just like this book here. Okay, this book is very thick. Now, wow, I just have a lot of thick books, but this book here is not thick at all. This book here is very thin. A thick book, a thin book, lenses. Yeah, I'm wearing these glasses until the end. I don't know if the reflection will be nice. Sometimes I feel uncomfortable wearing glasses. That's not the point. Okay, so she reached, just like I'm reaching now, to get a book. Maybe I can't reach, for example, those blue books there. Can you see the blue books there? I can't reach them. But I can, just as Sophie, I can reach out and get this book here. Let me see, what is this book here, just for you to... this book is called Lance de Dados by Mallarmé. Mallarmé is a French poet. Well, that's not the point, but now I'm reaching out to put the book back in the place. Right. So, remember, slip is like, imagine you are walking and then the floor, I can't. You are walking and then the floor is all wet, you know, and then maybe you will slip and fall, right? Of course, here, it's not literally she slipped out of her bed. She went out of her bed as if sleeping, you know, without any noise, just shoop. Okay, did you like the sound effect? Shoop. All right, very nice. So let me read it again, check if everything is nice right now. She reached out for her glasses that lay, the past of lie, correct? That lay on the chair beside her bed. They, the glasses, had steel rims and very thick lenses, and she could hardly see, she could almost not, she could hardly see a thing without them. She put them on, then she slipped out of bed and tiptoed over to the window. When she reached the curtains, Sophie hesitated. She longed. Long here is want very, very much. All right. So she longed to duck like this. Imagine somebody is throwing a ball at your head. At your head, right? The preposition here is important because you have this idea of attack, right? And then you just duck, all right? You don't try to lean, right? You duck, right? So the curtain is here. What did Sophie want? She wanted to duck underneath, which is another way to say underneath the curtains, and lean out of the window, just like dogs, you know, dogs like to lean out of the car window and to feel the wind. To see, so she wanted to lean out of the window to see what the world looked like now that the witching hour was at hand. Was at hand here, was present. Okay, if I tell you use what is at hand, you use what is close to you. Okay, you have to deal with the situations that are at hand. Don't think too much about the future. Meaning what? Oh, I want to be a great dancer. Okay, so deal with what is at hand. First learn the first steps, right? Okay, now that the witching hour was at hand, she wanted to lean out of the window to see what the world looked like. People, be careful, don't say, for example, how was the world, you know? How was the world? Brazilians would say that. Why? Because how, como, was, estava, right? The world, o mundo. But be careful, you know? This is much more like, oh, fine, thanks. For example, in Portuguese, sometimes people want to ask, como é você, right? How are you? It doesn't work, because how are you is como você está, right? So, it's better to say, what are you like? What are you like? You know, I don't know you, I've never seen you in my life. And then I say, what are you like? And they say, oh, I'm tall, I'm short, I'm smart, I'm funny, I'm dumb, I'm ugly, I'm beautiful, and etc. Right? So she wanted to know what the world looked like. Okay? Let me read this part again. When she reached the curtains, Sophie hesitated. She longed, she wanted very much, to duck underneath them and lean out of the window to see what the world looked like now that the witching hour was at hand. She listened again. Everywhere it was deathly still. Deathly still, still, not moving, like death.